Welcome.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for joining me this morning.
My pleasure.
I've known Suzanne for a number of years, and I'm just so happy that you are here. As someone who mentors millionaires and influential women, what is true wealth?
True wealth is deep happiness. It starts from the inside. And true wealth is true power from the inside. True wealth is the ability to feel love and know love deeply at your core. True wealth is to have the freedom to do what you want, when you want, how you want. When you are wise from the inside out, when you know yourself and you're able to share that wisdom, this is wealth.
How much money makes a woman happy?
It's not money. It's not relationships. It's not what you think it is that makes a woman or anyone happy. You have to start with happiness. Starting with that, because if you don't start with happiness, nothing will make you happy. No amount of money will ever make you happy. So you can try and try and try to get more and more and more and more money, and it will never satiate you. Can you make a lot of money? Of course you can. But at the end of the day, if happiness is not really at the root, at the core of your fulfillment, then no money in the world will make you happy.
So, happiness is an inside job, and
Happiness is an inside
and
job.
money comes from the happiness.
Exactly.
Self-cultivated, self-nurtured, self-expressed, self-lived,
Yes,
self-experienced.
money is energy. Happiness is energy. Money is a byproduct of the energy of happiness.
Do you think women crave less money than men?
The obvious answer would be no. We all crave the goodness of life. Money is a part of the goodness of life. It may seem from the question that women are now wanting more money, but I feel that women are at a place now where they can attain as much as they want. If you put attachment to money and say money is good or money is bad, then you're getting into places where you resist it. Embrace it. It's part of life. Say yes to it. So, do women want more money than men? Women want the energy of life, as do all humans. We all want the energy of life. And money is that.
Do you think society as a whole still prefers men as the breadwinner of the family, and a woman's wealth is based on her ability to have children?
It's not politically correct to say that a woman should be the one that is just having the children, nor is it really right to say a woman should just be having children. Because today, women are having children, which is fantastic, and women are choosing not to have children, which is fantastic, and women are choosing to have children and be in the workplace and not and be in the workplace. And it's also archaic thinking that men are the only ones that are to be the breadwinners, because it's no longer the case. However, what is working is if men are the breadwinners and women are the breadwinners, and then when they come back into their lives and into their intimacies, they're able to assume the role that will allow them to have a sense of polarity. And polarity means the attraction of lovers. And when lovers are attracted to each other, that's where the creative life force comes from. That is where wealth is built from. It's built from this passion that's able to be unlocked and come alive. The problem when women have gone to do incredible things in leadership roles outside of the home and in the home also, because they are leading in there as well, and they're unable to let go of that leadership role and from their power. Just to be clear, this is not about weakness in any way, but if in their power, in their wisdom, they get that relaxing their leadership role, letting go of the reins of control when they're in their intimacies with their partner, then they're able to make the creations that they're able to unlock are just so magnificent. Women actually have a lot. It feels like they're doing a lot more, but it's doing less by allowing themselves to relax their hold of leadership when they're with their partner. And there's so many ways I talk about that they can do that, so that society becomes a place where there is that dance of masculine and feminine forces that is so potent and so needed for life to just naturally bloom. And remember, money is energy. Passion is energy, and it's about keeping that passion alive so that all the things that you're wanting to attract into your life, whether it's money, relationship, you're having the perfect health and wellness, the fun in your life, all of the things that are bring energy alive, passion is at the root of that.
Why do you think it's difficult for women with wealth to have the respect of their male counterpart?
In any form of relationship, you're doing one of three things. You're either an attraction force, you're a neutralizing force where there's nothing going on, or you're repelling, you are pushing away, or you're causing irritation or conflict. And I would say that in business and in relationship, successful women, any women, are causing conflict when what is happening is you are forgetting the power that you hold, the value that you hold in softness,
Yes.
in the ability to be inviting, the ability to relax your grip of control when needed, and your ability and your capacity to be expressive from the heart in only the way that you uniquely can do. And when you undervalue those capacities and you decide that instead you're going to battle your male counterpart by directing them, it's the how that you connect with them. If you're directive from a place of invitation, it's different from saying, do this, do that, this needs to be done, that needs to be done. Thinking that that is power, what you're going to do is you're going to come up against, you're going to be battling, and you are not going to win. Is this a part of who we are to be out there in business, out there in leadership? Yes, it is. But if you are with a male counterpart and you are telling them what to do from a place of direction and following it through with force, then it's artificial, it's not real, because we as women, we don't need to force anything. We just need to be who we are. We need to remember who we are. And from an invitational standpoint, where you're not afraid to show, this is what I expect from a relaxed place, this is what I'm here about from a relaxed place, then you will actually draw in the support that you need. You will just naturally be that attracting force. Otherwise, you will be repelling or neutralizing where nothing actually happens. You want to be that attraction force. And women just naturally are that.
But why do you think people sacrifice their relationships, their morals, their families for money?
Money for some people is a means for them to feel like, finally, if I have all of this, then I'll be good enough. I'll be worthy. I'll be valuable. I'll be loved. And that illusion has them in a sort of a dream state. They're not awake, thinking that money is going to be what it is that's going to fill us. And there's nothing wrong with having a lot of money. Just to be clear, have as much as ever. If you're coming from a place of already fulfillment, already happy, already knowing who you are, why you're here, and aligned with that, then money will just come naturally to you. And when you're aligned with the truth of who you are, you're not going to make those mistakes. You're not going to step out and do the things that are not in alignment with your values, in alignment with your already knowing that you are worthy. You won't need to go and hide because there's nothing to hide. It's all there and you're shining. You're alive with it. You're already alive with it.
Totally understand. Yes. Thank you. You were in Dubai recently for an awards ceremony. And in your conversations with influential people, did they seem happy with their wealth?
So those that were aligned with their deepest purpose, their reason for being here on this earth, the ones that knew from very early on or at some point in their life, they got that this is what they needed to do so that they could feel as if I was to not be on the earth tomorrow, then I would have lived my life to the fullest. I would have given all of me, that I would have served and I would have made an impact in the world. Those that had that knowing and those that were aligned in their business with that knowing were the ones that were truly coming from there's happiness and there's deep happiness fulfillment. And there was a joy and there was a lightness in the way that they spoke. It had us all captivated. It had us all wanting to become involved in what they were doing in one way, shape, or form, because it is a part of us that can relate to that. Because each and every one of us has a reason for being here. And when we're truly living from that place, then abundance just naturally flows. Happiness is just naturally released and expressed, and it's infectious. And so if we're coming from a place of forgetting our value, forgetting that we are enough, forgetting that we are here for a reason, to leave an imprint, to bring more joy, more beauty, more connection, more freedom, more love into the world. We forget this because we get tired. We forget to take care of ourselves. We run on automatic. We're starting to make money now. Oh, that's great. Okay, well, maybe we can do other things. And then we get into our heads about, okay, well, maybe we can acquire more and more and more. And acquiring more is not the problem. The problem is when we stop breathing, we're out of alignment with our soul's knowing, and we get back into it through our breath. We slow down and we don't go into automatic. We slow down and we remember we need nutrition in all ways, from our mind, our body, our spirit, nutrition and wellness. When we move away from that, then we become misaligned. And that's when we start to do things that are not natural to us as humans. That's when we get into corruption. When we are up in our heads and we're in the bad neighborhood of our mind, where it's, well, I need to do this. I need more of this. There's not enough this. I have to get it any way, shape, or form. We're in scarcity mindset. Relax your clench of control around thinking that you can control life in any way, shape, or form. And get into your body. Dance. Move your body. Dance the feeling of not good enough. When you allow your body to bring wisdom to you, then your actions will be in alignment with that and synchronize with the rhythm of your life. And life is life-giving. And when you're not contributing to life, you're not giving to life, you're out of alignment with life. And that's where corruption gets involved. When the core is strong, then everything else moves from that place. When the core is weak, that is where things start to break down.
What is the number one psychological negative aspect that you notice with your clients who never feel satisfied no matter how much they achieve?
Comes down to them not feeling good enough. And that feeling of unworthiness and going for more and more and more to try and feel as if they are worthy is an endless loop, a bottomless pit. It's a never achieving place. And so what I love to do is take that feeling of unworthy, and first of all, they get to love themselves, no matter what it is that they've got going on, loving themselves fully and completely. And you may say, well, how are they going to love themselves if already they don't love themselves? I give them the permission to do that. I say, do that because I've given you the permission to do that. And I think what happens is just by being with me, they understand the place that's possible to love yourself. I love myself, me personally. I love myself so deeply and endlessly that it allows them to relax. It allows them to trust that. And then once they've given themselves some love, I have them draw to themselves the feeling of unworthiness, the feeling of not good enough. And we spend time there. We get to know the gift that this, this experience of unlovable, unworthy has to offer. And when they get to actually spend time there, where I guide them into understanding what that means for them, because for every single one of them, there's a different reason.
Hmm.
But when they get to sit down and have some tea with that part of themselves that has been trying to get their attention for so long, then what happens is something else will occur to them that's deeper than they even knew. And it is that thing that will help to shift, align them with really why they're here. And once they start to align and start to live from that place, having understood the feelings that they were trying to overcome by trying to get enough, then the whole paradigm has shifted. And once your paradigm has shifted, then everything else begins to shift, begins to open up. And the impact and what they're able to create from that place is a new level, is an up-leveling that they never knew was possible.
What does money have to do with sex and power?
Money is a byproduct of your alignment with the truth of who you are. Sex is also a byproduct of living and coming from who you are at your core. And power is the same. If at your core you are awake to, you know your value, You know that you are enough because you're here. You made it. If you know this at your core, if you have done the work that it takes to recognize that and be practicing in living that daily, moment to moment when you remember, then sex, power, and money comes to you with ease, with grace, with fun, enjoyment, and you make an impact in the world. You are a contribution. You are a blessing in all ways. And so money, as is sex, as is power, are a reflection of who you are being in your deepest knowing, your deepest core.
Thank you very much for taking the time to speak with me today.
My pleasure.
I'm feeling reminded of self-worth. I'm
Right.
feeling rhythmic. I'm feeling a call to nature. Um, it's been wonderful talking to you today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.